Of course, when I start recording, we're just
Oh,
cracking up.
oh, we're recording. Hello. Well,
Bloodyfaaster. Bloodyfaaster. You are an incredible human being, and I'm so grateful for your time today. And we're highlighting you and your community because of all the amazing work you have done with Tiltify and so many different charities across all these years. And you are an inspiration for women in this space and to be confident in ourselves and to love ourselves and love our bodies. So thank you for joining us today. It is a community spotlight with BloodyFaster, everyone. If you don't know who I am Miss Ash Rocks, also known as Ashley. Am I known as Ashley? Yeah, we'll say that. Miss Ash
yes.
Rocks or Ashley. In the streaming space, I am Tiltify's community manager. I get to talk to awesome, amazing fundraisers like BloodyFaster and so many other people that we highlight every week on Fridays. But let's just get right into it. If you don't know who BloodyFaster is, you're gonna learn right now. Bloody, can you tell us a little bit about your content creation journey and who you are?
Oh man. Well, you just threw so many compliments at me, and you just left me simmer in them. Okay. Well, thank you. Wow. Thank you so much for having me. I love you so much, Ash. I've known you for so many years, and to be able to collaborate with you in any capacity is always a blessing. And I love Tiltify so much because I've been working with them for so many years, raising money for charities. So it feels like family at this point. So thank you so much for having me.
Of
And the
course.
question was about my journey. Well, my journey. Wow. My journey started in
Mm-hmm.
2016. A few
Ooh.
years ago. Yeah, a few years ago. And it first started as a hobby, as something that I used to connect with people, as a lot of people, choose to start for that reason, like loneliness and all that. And
Yeah.
it really, really fast kind of evolved into something much bigger than that, than what I first thought it would be. It evolved into a great community of like-minded people. And very fast, a few months in, I started seeing, on Twitter and in spaces, about charity streaming, about fundraising, about, using your platform to do good. And even though my platform back then was, well, smaller than it is now, I still decided, you know what? Let's try. Like, what do we have to lose? I want to do good. That sounds like a great idea. So it was kind of that year my introduction to Tiltify and how can we do this? How can kind of like baby steps into charity fundraising. And well, then with St. Jude that year, it kind of exploded for me. I started fundraising hardcore, and for many causes, and here we are so many years later. And I still love that. I still think that fundraising has given my entire streaming career purpose. It's kind of the backbone of what I do. Everything ends up being about this. All of my efforts throughout the year kind of culminate, um, to these events, and it's a wonderful thing to see. So yeah, my content in general, very community focused, very charity focused. I do a lot of cosplaying just for fun because I love it, and chaos, laughs, thirst. Yeah, a lot of thirst too. I mean, I'll say it.
First,
I'll
well,
say it.
well, she's not wrong. Yeah, that's
Be
all I'm gonna
honest.
say about that subject. I love her. She inspires other women to love themselves and be comfortable in our bodies. So she does a very good job at that. I'm like, oh, I want to look that good too in that
You
cosplay.
do.
I'm
You
gonna
look
do it.
amazing. Oh my god. All women
Oh,
everywhere. You, hey,
mwah.
amazing. You're amazing.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. But yeah,
Ooh.
thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your journey. And I remember just seeing you go, like you said, you had a smaller platform and you just swoosh. skyrocketed. And that was because you were being your authentic self. I think you got more comfortable in a space and you started, tweeting about the space, tweeting about your community, getting more involved in fundraising. And then you shaved your head in 2020.
I
And
did.
then that broke the internet. I would say it broke my internet. If it didn't break your internet, it broke my internet. I was like, oh my goodness. She just gets more and more badass.
I'm laughing,
So
crying. This is all happening. Oh my god, it's a lot of emotions. It was that was a moment. That was, one of those defining moments in life that I'm
yeah,
gonna forever like turn back and say, yeah, we did that. We did that. I
yeah,
did that. Because what that means, like there's a lot of meaning behind it. Is why did I shave my
yeah,
head? Because we
yeah.
managed to raise $100,000 in a month for St. Jude. Like
1 month.
1 month. Hello? What? Our community did that? So,
Yeah,
for me, shaving my head, it was everything. It was a release. It was just everything, all the emotions, all the good emotions, right? But everything, all the bad too, everything. It was such a
yeah.
release, right? And too, because you have shaved your head as well. So you know that it feels liberating.
It
And
does.
yeah, I think that, I mean, even though we're both wearing wigs, I do feel like bald heads, shaved heads are beautiful,
They
beautiful.
are.
They are. And
They
no matter
are.
what your hair situation is, no matter what anything on your appearance is, it doesn't matter, okay? Appearance can change, right? We can do anything we want. Doesn't matter, okay? What's inside is what matters. All right. I know this
Yep.
is going places now, this conversation, but it's
No,
it's
this is
true.
all about you and what you're
Oh.
for. So, hey,
Well, yeah, but
especially
also
like pandemic weight too. Like
mm,
don't shame yourself. We stayed
no,
inside to be safe and
no, yeah.
I got some extra cushion. We all have some extra cushion. It's okay.
It's
It's
okay. It's
okay.
nice. It's nice padding. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to yourselves.
Yeah.
We are our own worst critics, and we're always so bad at talking to ourselves. We're so harsh, and these words that we say to ourselves just stay with us forever, of not forever, but for a long time.
Yeah.
When you say to yourself, oh, you're so stupid, oh, you're this, you're that, you would never say that to your friend if they made a
Oh,
mistake. So
no.
give yourself some grace. It's something that I'm actually trying to do every day, and I catch myself saying the worst things to myself, and be so damn harsh. And then I take a step back, like, hey, like, cool it a little bit. Like, it's unnecessary, unnecessary.
Right.
Why? Yeah. Ah, man.
You're doing so much daily. You have to be gentle with yourself, especially being full
Yes.
time in a space. You have to be.
And
So,
especially if you're trying to do good for other people. It's kind of like when you are on a plane and they tell you what to do in case of an emergency, and they say, well, when the masks drop, first put your mask on and then help your fellow
exactly.
passengers. Right. It's like if you are running on empty, you can't help anything, anyone, no one.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have
Exactly.
to have your tank full, your energy levels, take care of yourself, be healthy, be happy, and then you can give some of that outwards, but it all has
Yep.
to be inside at first. It's something that it's tough. Like, you can get caught, and I'm sorry if I'm not letting you ask questions, if I'm going
No,
with the flow
you're
and like,
fine.
okay, what was I even talking about? See now? See now? ADHD head. Gosh. Okay.
Felt that.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Maybe it will come back. Okay. It's gone now. No, it's back. It's back. It came back.
There we go.
I've it has happened to me in the past, and I am honestly still kind of recovering from it. Burnout,
Mm,
in terms of fundraising, especially. It came to a point where it felt like I had to do the things that I was doing, that I had to go further and harder, and this and that. And it didn't become a chore, but it did become a weight, something that was weighing on me more and more and more and more. And that's something that I don't want to do to myself again. It's, you know don't let that happen to you, because charity, fundraising, shouldn't feel like a burden, shouldn't feel like a chore. It should feel like just you communicating your passion, but don't let it consume you. Don't let it be the end all be all. Don't let yourself be sad about not raising as much money as you thought you would or as you wanted to, because oh my god, when we say that every dollar matters, we all say that, but when you are the one fundraising, it's kind of like, yeah, but what my goal,
Right.
but I know, I get it. It happens. Like sometimes things will not go as well as you planned it. Sometimes things will go much better than you thought things would go.
Mhm.
So yeah, it just keep at it, keep at it, but with the thought in your head that, hey, I gotta take care of myself in the process as well. Like, don't overdo it. Okay, don't overdo it. Just take my advice, please, because I let that happen to me, and it has been years now, and I'm not fully out of it, but I am trying to kind of switch my perspective in that sense.
Yeah, especially after going to the Play Live Summit,
Hmm.
you get regenerized. Like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm doing this for these kids, for these people that are working hard to do research and so forth. I think the summit came back at the right time, in my opinion,
Yes.
for all of us. I think, excuse me, I think last year a lot of us felt burnt out. I know I did. On top of working in a space too, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I just don't have the spoons to fundraise this year, and it doesn't feel right." But I'm not gonna feel bad about it because I'm helping other people that are doing that work in place of me. So it's a difficult battle. Burnout from fundraising. It really is. Because you want to give to these people so bad. You want to give them your all. But if you have nothing to give,
Exactly.
you can always fundraise outside of said fundraising event,
Yep.
okay? You can fundraise at any time of the day, any whatever, any stream. You don't even have to stream to fundraise. So keep that in mind.
Yep.
Uh
Exactly.
yeah, don't feel
Exactly.
bad about it. Don't feel bad
And
about it.
honestly, what you just said, I'm gonna just kind of piggyback on that and say, please just find what your strengths are and just use those. Don't see, okay, this person is doing that thing. Okay, they are doing that thing. Okay, cool. Everyone is going to do the things that they think are, they're strong at doing, right? And that's what you should do too. Don't try to emulate anyone else or like compare yourself to anyone else. You are in your own journey, and as you said, you don't even have to be streaming to do it. Like I've had many days of very successful fundraising that were completely off stream, that happened in Discord, or just
Yeah.
people, it just, you can communicate in many different ways, right? You can communicate your passion in many different ways. There's so many different avenues to do that, even in real life, right?
Mhm.
It's not all just, oh, work, 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 and just take your time, all right? And yeah, I'm gonna keep saying take care of yourself, but it's important. It's important because it's
Yeah.
very easy to forget about it. It's easy to say, okay, you are now not a priority, right? I'm just gonna eh, but no, because who is going to lift you back up, right? Like, who's gonna do that for you after this is over, you
Yeah.
gotta I got to think about it, kind of what happens in the long run, right? Because
Mhm.
if you're thinking about fundraising and you're thinking about doing good in the long run, you want to make sure that there's longevity in what you're doing. That what you
Absolutely.
Right, that you can keep doing this, right, sustainably and not burn yourself out. right? That is the ideal. So whatever that means for you, like less campaigns, or whatever that means,
Yeah,
less goals, I don't know, or more, or whatever, right? You can find your balance. It's tricky, but it can happen for sure.
absolutely. I think for me, I I'm over the bean boozled. I'm over like all the quirky stuff. I've been doing it for 6 years. I've been fundraising since 2017.
Oh,
I told my community, I said we will find other ways to have a fun time while fundraising, but
you
I'm
don't
getting
want to see
burnt
how
out with
many bean
these.
boozled I have in my drawer next to me.
Same. They're probably going to expire soon.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, see, like there's people who just cannot do that, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, don't, right? It's like, don't. That's the thing. There was a time when back when I started, and those couple years after that, when everyone who would fundraise would do the exact same thing, because
Yeah.
that's it was just starting out. So we were all just testing the waters and doing things that we
Mhm.
knew worked for other people. So it was kind of like the same thing everywhere. But now it's been so fantastic to see everyone just going off their own paths and doing
Yeah.
completely different things, and
Mhm.
managing to fundraise for the same cause by doing completely, like, just a different streams, different, like, oh my god, like seeing goobers and domestic dan
Mhm.
do their metal meal. What is the name? Oh my gosh. Metal
Metal meal wait,
meltdown.
meal meltdown,
Meltdown,
yes.
which
Yes.
is so successful and awesome, right?
Yeah.
And metal. And then you see little Siha and her dancers, right? And just they're doing just dance. And then I do whatever, throughout the month, like all sorts of outrageous stuff. And everyone else, right? Like, and isn't it great that you can still do what you like doing, or what you're good at doing, or what your community knows you hate doing, but you do it for them. Yeah, but it's just the variety, the spice is just
Yeah.
so good, so good. And it shows that you
Yes.
can just do it your way and still be
Mhm.
successful. That's where I'm getting at. It's like there's so many ways you can do it. Just do it your way. As unique as it might be, is it's great. Like, unique is great, like, do it in a way
Yes.
that you've never seen it done, and there you go. Just go with the flow. I know I'm not the type of person who will plan out every single detail about things that I do. I kind of like doing something, see how it goes, adjust. So I
Yeah.
just say do it, just even if it's not successful the first time, doesn't matter. You will gain something from it, and then you adjust and you do it again. You do it better.
Absolutely. I agree with everything you said. That's really good pieces of advice, especially from a creator coming from burnout. And that's been fundraising for so long. You're a veteran at this point. BloodyFaster, you are a veteran. You've been
I
fundraising for a
guess.
while.
I
Not I
guess.
guess you
I don't know.
are. Put it
It's
in
a
your
weird
Twitter
word.
bio.
Veteran.
Veteran Tiltify charity streamer. Yep. Put
Okay.
it in your bio.
But not
But
retired
yeah,
though, like, no,
not retired.
no,
No,
active.
no,
Still in active
active.
duty. Right, right, right,
But
right, right.
yeah, coming from burnout, yeah, I feel everything you're saying. So you really just have to adjust and
Yes,
communicate with your community because your community will understand and support anything that you want to do.
absolutely.
Say, hey, just giving you a heads up. I'm not doing any incentives or milestones this fundraiser. I'm just going to show you videos
Yeah,
of the kids and explain why I'm passionate about this fundraiser. And boom,
yeah,
there we
yeah.
go. And that's
Honestly,
okay.
yes, it is. It is okay. It is
That's
perfectly okay.
okay.
Yes.
Yes.
You are the only ones who know your community. And your community is, you know, m- a representation of you, right? Like, because you built
Yep.
it. So they want you to be happy, right? And if they
Exactly.
don't, you don't want them in your community in the first place. But they want you to be happy. So yeah, don't be afraid to just communicate that and be happy. Let's all just be happy and do good. And okay, well, maybe they're a bit sadistic and they want to see you eat the bean boozled. Okay, all right. If they're just hell bent on it, all right, eat the bean boozled for the kids. I eat my olives from time to time for the kids. I hate olives. What I do, I did buy a pack of
I
olives, I'll say
love
it.
olives. I love
Well, you
olives.
can have mine, but
Okay.
yeah. I don't think that's gonna raise money for the kids, right? Dad, how about I don't I wish that was the case, Ash. I wish. We'll see.
You don't
I'll try.
you don't
I'll
like any
try.
olives? You don't
No.
like black or green or red? No?
No, I am a disgrace to the Greek community. A disgrace.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. Maybe your taste buds will change,
You
okay,
think?
as you get older,
How much
hopefully.
older, Ash? Like, what is the age that my taste buds are gonna like change
50,
at? Oh, okay,
maybe?
okay. Okay. I got plenty of time till
You
50,
have plenty
chat.
of time. Yes.
Plenty. So much time. I do. I do. I do. I do.
And
Okay, I gotta go
I feel like
now.
no, you're fine.
No,
I feel
just
like we've been talking
we'll
about
cry later about it. It's fine.
I feel like mental health has been a strong topic of our discussion so far.
Mhm, mhm,
How
mhm.
have you been prioritizing your mental health alongside content creation and fundraising in the last year? Or I'll say 3 years because of 2020.
Yeah. Well, see, in 2020 when, quarantine happened and all that great stuff, um, it was weird. It was weird. I never really got into the groove of that. Just, a lot of people got into this hyperdrive and they created so much content. I was
Yeah.
kind of in limbo, I'll say. It was weird for me. I didn't get to like at first I think I had this little creative drive, but then it kind of faded. I kind of got into thinking, what's the point? The world is
Yeah.
burning. It was hard. It was hard. This year, thankfully, with things going a little better in the world, a little better,
A
doing a
little.
lot of heavy
Yep.
work. Yes. A little better. Well, I've kind of, I'm getting out of my cocoon again, kind of like, okay, life is kind of good again, like I guess, you know, not really, but I gotta do what I gotta do. So yeah, it's tough. I try to listen to what my brain is telling me,
Mhm.
and kind of see if what my brain is telling me is a lie or the truth, because that's a thing too.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be more mindful of what my body needs, of what because I can't do the same things that I used to be able to do when I started
Yeah.
6 7 years ago. I could do, for instance, 24-hour streams, which I do not recommend to anyone, by the way, but I was able to do them and I did a bunch of them. And now it's like 8 hours is probably where I clock out. I just, my body
Yeah.
cannot do it, right? And that's okay. At first I was kind of mad, at myself for having less, stamina, I guess. But what am I gonna do? Okay, that's what I'm working with now, and
Yeah.
I've kind of adjusted to, less streams, less time, but still when I'm doing it, I'm trying to be 100%. So my goal now
Yeah.
is when I do it, I want to be there 100%, all of my
Mhm.
energy and focus, rather than do more longer streams where I'm just tapped out. I don't think that is, I don't enjoy that. So my my trick, I guess, that's what I do, is like less is more in my case.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think it
Absolutely.
works with a lot of people like this too. You
Mm.
just have to set your expectations and say, hey, this is what I do now, right? And people will treat it as an event, like as a show. Okay, if you're streaming
Mhm.
once a week, okay, we'll see you once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to be on the grind. I hate that word so much. You don't have to be grinding, and especially with charity, like it did become this for me at some point. It did. Like I got caught into the mentality of let's always go further, and every year top last year's, which happened for a few, and then during COVID it didn't. Like it was the first year that is like we're less now in
Yeah.
2021. So it's kind of hit me. It hit me hard. It hit me hard. It felt like a failure, a personal failure,
Yeah.
and it took months to just cast it away from me. Like it's not the truth.
Mhm.
It's not a personal failure. Do not. Like there's so
Yeah.
many variables that go into it that it's never going to be a personal failure. Trust. Like it's not. It's
Exactly.
not. Right? You do not control people's pockets. You don't control when people getting
No.
paid, right? Like you don't control any of these things. Nothing. What you can do is you can just be your authentic self. You can talk about why the cause you're fundraising for is important to you, why it means a lot to you. And then that's it. If the people who follow you believe in you, then they're going to respond to that. That's all we can do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, and it sucks because, yeah, people have lost their jobs,
Yeah.
people are depressed, have
Yeah.
anxiety, uh Hi, how are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
And we're laughing because we're literally talking about ourselves, so
Yes.
but it's
Self-reporting.
real life, self-reported.
No, it's true
But
though. Yeah.
yeah, it is, and I think we all had to realize that. I think 2020 was really good because I think everyone was still getting paid the same and getting paid
Mhm.
more for being out sick and all that, and stimulus checks and all that extra cash we were getting,
Yes.
and let's dump it into charity. Let's dump it at this streamer. Let's do
Yeah,
this because a lot of people
2020 was okay. Like the May was
2020 was
fine.
right. It was.
Yes. It was this
I
shave
hit
head
goals.
month. Like it was yeah, it was great. Great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the world is on fire. Great.
And
Yeah. Woo.
then
Uh,
they were like, "No more stimulus checks, no more extra pay for being out sick. Oh, and we're gonna fire you, or
yeah,
sorry, we're gonna
and
lay
you're
you
losing your
off,
job. Yeah.
or
Oh,
fire you,
mhm.
whatever it may be. Yeah,
Right, right, right.
So
You're out of a
and
job. You don't
yeah,
have a job anymore. So,
so then yeah, that affects people, and then it's hard
yeah.
to find a job. It's hard to find work from home jobs, and it was just yeah. The
And
last
oh,
2 years have been burnout for sure.
yeah, and on
Sure.
top of that, being a content creator in general and trying to be this cheerful, entertaining person while you know that people are struggling, right? You know for a
Yep.
fact, right? In
Yep.
2021, everyone was going through it in some way, right?
Exactly.
Financially, with people dying, like just literally, like it was a shit show. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but it
Absolutely.
was just, I could not be myself. Like I could not perform, right? I could not
Yeah.
create the content. I could not. Like, how could I? That's how it felt in my head. Like, how can I? How can I do it? Like, there's so many more important things happening.
Yeah.
It's a vicious circle. It didn't mean anything. Like, yeah, I'm not the one who's going to change the world in that sense. Like, whether I create content or not, but it's even harder than to get into this. Okay, now I am in this very unstable place mentally, and I'm going to try and fundraise on top of that. It's just not a good starting point, I feel, when you are
It's
not,
not.
yeah, you gotta have both, your feet on the ground, metaphorically, to say that, okay, I'm good, I'm safe, healthy, good mentally and financially, because you will take a hit financially if you do something for prolonged, period of time. For instance, St. Jude Play Live for the whole month, if you're fundraising for the whole month, make sure that your bills are paid and everything, right? Like
Yes. Please.
it's important. It's important. I don't want anyone to just be, okay, yeah, where is the ton of money, but I'm broke, right? Like I get it. You want to help. It's so amazing for anyone who wants to spend their time and energy and effort
Yeah.
on fundraising. But also, I keep saying it, take care of yourselves. Yeah, that's like step one. Step
Please.
one. Please do. And, everything else, there's so many people like Tiltify and like, people like me who have fundraised for a lot of years and can give you all the advice and everything you might need. Or here, just, poke me. Poke Ash. I'm sorry, I don't want to be like, yeah, poke Ash. Should they poke you?
It's my job,
Yes,
so
so poke Ash. There you go. It's her job. Yeah,
wow.
we got you.
Um, if you didn't take anything away from this conversation yet, I hope you took away that your mental health matters and you need to communicate with your community how you feel, how you're going to do things,
Mhm.
and have fun and be your authentic self. Um, and burnout is real. It will happen. It's going to happen to every single person that's listening. It's going to happen. It might not happen today, it might not happen next year,
Don't
might not
let it
happen in
happen.
3 years.
Don't let it happen. Don't let it
Or
happen to you. Don't let it
don't
happen.
let it happen to you, okay? But you might feel it. You might feel a little bit of it. Come on. It's
Yeah.
just being in this space, it will happen. I'm not saying I want it to happen,
No, yeah,
but
it's
you'll
kind of
feel that.
inevitable the
Yeah.
longer you are in the space that you're gonna feel some parts of it just lose
Yep.
their shine a little bit. When you start, everything is nice. You through your pink rose glasses, you're like, oh, romantic. Oh, so nice, oh cool, community. And it is like this, right? This is a thing. Community is always, community. This is always a thing. But
Yep.
other aspects of it are like, then it's like only
Mhm.
the community that is like all roses and rainbows. Like, ooh. So what did we learn today? What did we learn today, class? Take
You
care of
matter.
yourselves. You matter. Yes,
You
you matter.
matter. You
Yes, you
do.
do. Of course.
Do.
Absolutely. You
And
matter so much. So much. Okay. Don't let your
yes,
head tell you otherwise. Okay. Our brains lie to us all the time. All the
all
time.
the time. Yes.
Ah,
Absolutely.
how dare? How dare they?
How how
We're
dare
smarter
this
than that
big
though.
thing, this big pink
Don't
veiny
let it.
organ. How
How
dare?
dare you?
But Bloody Faster, we've been talking about fundraising, mental health. What does fundraising mean to you?
Oh, well, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think I mentioned it
Come
earlier
on.
that it did
Come
give
on.
me.
I want
It did
more.
one more. It did give me purpose. Purpose is honestly something that I never felt like I had in my entire life. It didn't feel like I have a goal, something that I, care about so deeply that I wanna, just work towards that, like just
Yeah.
work for that. And when I first went to the St. Jude Play Live Summit, um, and I mentioned the summit because it was so impactful to me to be in the spot, in the hospital, in the place, in the room where it happens. It's just it I cannot describe ever the emotion that I felt. Like those days being in there and meeting people and seeing everything and realizing, holy crap, me, like this, the little person a little person in the sense that I was just starting out, right? Like
Yeah.
I can do something. I can make a difference, right? And that alone, oh my gosh, it gave me as a creator this purpose that I was lacking as a person, the purpose that I was lacking, something that told me,
Yeah.
hey, that's it, like you can do this. And I felt this burning passion, right? This fire, it was lit, right? Bonfire lit. That's what happened, literally. And it's like, oh my god, let's do this. Like I couldn't, I couldn't go back home. And my birthday is right after the summit. It just happens like May 3rd, just like a week after the summits happen. And every time I'm like, I cannot be here celebrating my birthday and growing older, and these kids, might not be able to, and,
Yeah.
and that is, just every year kind of grounds me. And I think about it, and it gives me so much strength. in what I do. And not just for St. Jude, for every other cause, because there's so many orgs out there that are brilliant and do fantastic work,
Yeah.
mental health, right? Like just for all sorts of ailments, you name it. We've, for trans people, for LGBTQ, right? Everything. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. It's wonderful to be able to give back and motivate a whole bunch of people to give as well. Kind of like being in a leadership position in a sense where
Yeah.
you, yeah, but one a meaningful one. I never had dreams of becoming a CEO of a corporation or anything, right? But I don't like that life, but I love that. I love this life. I love the fact that I get to communicate with like-minded individuals and tell them, hey, this cause here is important because this and that, and they receive this feedback and they say, yeah, you are so right, let's do this, let's help out. And it's just you are given platform to orgs that maybe they would never have a platform if not for that,
Yeah.
or just never, not never, but just it's hard, it's very hard, right? And also, with people having so many issues, it's hard to consider other hardships that are happening in the world. It's like you're having so many things that are happening, right? So it's just, it's awesome. It feels awesome to go on, and stream or not on stream, just to say to your community, hey, we got this goal, fundraising for this, for that. And you see them show up so fast, so hard, and see them care. And that is, to me, the greatest gift. That's it. That is what keeps me going. I never had dreams of becoming the best streamer, whatever that means,
Mhm.
the highest viewership, the highest paid or whatever. I don't care. But I do care about having this community and cultivating it, and yeah, just I love them all, and I love everyone who is part of the larger community, like just not just just only my community, only my people. No, anyone who, all the creators who fundraise through Tiltify, all the people who donate to these campaigns regardless of the amount, all the people who support the social posts and everything. God bless you. Like, just so good, so good. Thank you so much, thank you
Mhm.
so much. You are fantastic, thank you. And it's just great to have all of you. It's great to share this space with all of you, because sometimes you see some bad actors and you don't like the space anymore, right? And you're like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." And they exist, but you got to see how many good people there are, people that care,
Yeah.
right? People that give a crap about things. So yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. Yeah, being in this space with other people that just want to do good with their communities is fantastic, and just being able to share your stories with the community spotlights are even better. I'm like, wow, I didn't know this about your journey, and wow, this is why you stay motivated in fundraising, and oh, this is why you love your community, and just learning about you and everything that you stand for is awesome, and I love it, and it keeps me going in my own work. So thank you to you, BloodyFaster, and everyone else that I've talked to and will continue talking to with all the future content we have. But yeah, I get a little emotional because I'm so proud of you,
Oh,
and
stop!
you
Don't say
have
that.
really
That is like it's
stop
hitting me.
it. I
Stop.
know. I'm sorry. I'm just proud of you
Ooh,
because
my
we've
affirmation.
all gone through burnout, and we've all had imposter syndrome. We've all felt like we don't matter, or we don't belong in a space, but
Yes.
we
Yes.
pick ourselves back up. We have, thank
Woo.
God for therapy. Thank
Yes.
God for
Woo.
good friends to help us realize that we actually do belong in a space, and we have such a beautiful impact in this world, and especially for
Support
the causes.
circle.
Yes,
Yes. We didn't talk
support
about that. What you
circle.
just said. Support circle is very important. Lean into
Mhm.
them, okay? Don't go at it alone, all right? No one is an island.
Mhm.
No one should be an island. Just ask for help, ask for help, ask for collaborations. Ask,
Mhm.
what's the worst that can happen? You get left on red, or you get a no. Like,
Right? Or you get a no. Yeah.
right, like the worst, right? Just do it. Shoot your shot when it comes, especially when it comes to charity. I am just ruthless and shameless. I'll just
Mhm.
ask companies, just like straight up. I won't do that for my own, content. Like, I'm like, I don't know, I don't know. But when it comes to charity, boom, boom, boom,
Yep.
boom, do it.
I love
Like,
it.
it's always together.
Yes.
Always together. We're doing something great. It's not just
Mhm.
individuals. It's an event. It's a team thing. That's what it feels like to
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
And since you've been in this space for so long, again, veteran fundraiser, can you, if someone comes to you and say, "Hey, Bloody Faster, I love the fundraising you're doing. You've been at it for a while, so I trust you. Can
Hmm.
I ask you for 4 pieces of advice for starting my first campaign on Tiltify?" What would you tell them?
Oh, 4 pieces of advice. Oh my god, it's numbered. I'm probably gonna repeat myself, I guess. Things
Yep.
that I've said throughout, but I'll say set a realistic goal. It's better to set a goal that is lower than what you expect and then make it go higher and higher, stretch it out, than to set a very high goal that might get you disappointed. Has happened to me before, so talking from experience. Two, lean on your strengths and try to exploit those as much as you can. Meaning, I don't know, you're good at cooking. All right, do a cooking stream. You're very good at dancing. Do a dancing stream. Three, exploit what your community wants from you. If your community has been pestering you to play a video game for so long and you don't want to, well, maybe this is the time to do that. Do it. Say, okay, what are you gonna give to the kids or to the cause, right? If I do this for you, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed to do that. Don't be ashamed to do that. Okay, they're getting their entertainment out of you, and you're getting,
Right?
you're getting doing good out of this. What's the fourth? Don't burn out. Don't. I mean, the fourth is find a support circle. All right, find people who have done this before or who are doing it currently. Ask for help. Don't try to do this alone. If it's, especially if it seems scary and like daunting, please reach out like literally to everyone, to Ash here, Tiltify, to the org you're fundraising for. Reach out to them. They would love to hear from you. Reach out to creators to do collaborations with. Reach out to talk to your community about it. Like, literally just
Yep.
have a conversation on stream about why, and what, and have it be a collaborative effort, like, of what you want to do, especially for the first time. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be all polished and completely, like a campaign with a billion milestones and rewards and this, and it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be that way. Like, you can start like literally nothing, just minimalistic, and build.
Mm.
You can do it. That's, all the bells and whistles are just kind of the cherry on top, right? Like, the important part is to just do it, right? To just get on there and just talk to your community and tell them why. Why is it that you're passionate about this? And trust me, if they trust you, they are going to respond to that. They
Mhm.
are.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are beautiful pieces of advice for our first time fundraiser. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, there's
Appreciate
more. The's more. So yeah, don't hesitate to
it.
reach out.
Yes, reach
it's
out. And I'm
it's
sure
like,
you can
it's
reach
so
out to Bloody.
heartwarming. Yes, you can
Yeah.
definitely reach out to me. It's the most heartwarming thing to see people get into fundraising for the first time. Especially if they've been hesitant to, and to then
Mhm.
see them crush it. I've seen so many people from my community too, who then, went off and made up their own communities, started streaming on their
Yeah.
own, and they started
Yeah.
fundraising on their own, and they're hitting goals, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just so damn proud of them. And I feel like, yeah, if I'm a veteran, as you say, just it's like a
You are.
proud moment, right? It's just
It is.
it feels
It
great to
is.
see this all kind of grow so much, right? And grow, and just in such a loving way. And this, to see see such a nice community. It's a nice community, just nice, kind community. I love it. I love it. I love it when
Absolutely.
we need it. It's a community that we really need.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I couldn't agree more. Uh I think especially when I help people do their first campaigns, I'm like, "Wow, I helped out with that. It was successful. They had fun." And I just get all the fuzzies and the bubblies and
Right.
all that. So, I love
Yes.
it. Don't hesitate to ask questions, okay? We are all here
Oh
for
yeah.
the same reason, and that's to do good with our communities. So,
Oh yeah.
I'm
and
here. I'm always an open book.
And the thrill of getting your goals hit, that's
Mhm.
also a thing. Like, we've talked about all the things, but also the success of a campaign will keep you going. Like, it will fire you up
Mhm.
for more and more and more. So,
Yes.
yes, it feels so good. It feels so good. It just, the it's one of those feelings that you can't really get from anywhere else.
Yep.
This it's just unique. It's just unique, and it just warms you in a way that you're like, I want to keep doing that. Like, that's it. That's, yeah. I want to keep doing. I want that feeling again.
Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we've talked about it all, the good, the bad, the fun, everything. Um,
All of it.
Now we have to get into the emotional part. Are you ready?
Am I? I
Ready?
don't know.
Are you? I hope you are, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna get emotional here. Okay. If I asked you to write a note to your community to thank them for everything they've done for you, uh, what would it say?
I just, oh my gosh. All right. I see, even thinking about it, I'm getting emotional. I'm just so grateful. I'm really grateful, and always so thankful to have them by my side. I would not have been able to do any of this without my community. Like, none of it. They are the ones moving everything forward. I've said that to them, that I'm just facilitating. I'm just facilitating, and they are the ones bringing everything else. Bring their energy, and they bring their humor, and they bring their kindness and their generosity, right? And
Yeah.
they end up being, so, like, sometimes even more into it than I am. Like, they come up with their own ideas, and they're just so fired up,
Yeah.
right? And I love them. I love them so much, even though I haven't met most of them, right? But it doesn't matter. I know that they care about the same things that I do, right? And they're always there to support in any way that they can, whether it is with their time, their presence, their money, their support in general, whether it is tangible or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't have done any of this without them. They are so precious to me. They're so precious to me, and I feel very lucky to have found those people, and to have managed to keep them, around me for so many years. Thank you. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Oh my god. I don't know. I
You you did that though. You cultivated this space and you should be proud of yourself for
Thank
sure.
you.
For
Thank
sure.
you.
You're killing it, okay?
Oh,
I
you
just want
stop
to make sure you
it.
know that. I'm so proud of you and I'm so happy to have you as a
Oh,
friend and someone I look up to. So thank you.
likewise. I love you so much.
Stop. I am gonna cry now. I
I
feel
have
it
been.
coming.
Yeah, do it. Okay. You can't just make me cry. And then you
Okay,
don't.
I got
Oh
this.
God! All right.
I
Okay.
I put this makeup on for
Yeah.
you, and I'm keeping
I
it
put this
on.
makeup on for
So,
you. All right.
well, let's get into the happy joy. We have St. Jude Play Live happening this month. Uh, what fun stuff do you have planned for the rest of the month for fundraising? You're at 30K raised,
Woo!
I believe,
Yes.
so far.
Yes. We are over 30K
Woo!
raised. 3,000 away from $500,000 raised for St. Jude alone. What? What?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know how this happened. And yeah. So things. This Saturday, don't miss. This Saturday, don't miss. I'm going to be playing Desert Bus. If you don't know what Desert Bus is, it's a meme game made by Penn and Teller. It's literally just a stretch of driving from Arizona to Las Vegas, which is nothing. It's just desert, and you're just driving. That's it. There's nothing
I
happening,
love it.
and you're driving for
I
8 hours. But it's
Ooh.
not gonna be just me. I'm gonna be having guests as passengers come on the bus. So yeah, for 8 hours, we're gonna have happening
So,
on the party bus. So you should
do
be
you
there.
have a wheel?
Yes, it's gonna happen with a wheel. I have a hat, like a bus driver hat. It's listen. It's gonna be a whole production that's happening on
I
Saturday.
love it.
I am excited. It's something that my husband Lobos Jr. did last year. I think the year before that too, for his charity campaign for Play Live. But
Yeah.
I am yoinking it from him and kind of expanding it. Well, he's going to be doing it as well this year. But I'm borrowing idea. You can do
As
it.
you
It's okay.
should.
I
And that
took
is
his
happening
blessing.
May 20th at what time?
12 p.m. Central Time. We start 12 to
Okay,
8.
12 p.m. Central. 12 to
Yes.
8. I love it.
Hopefully, I'll
Oh my
make the
goodness.
whole ride through.
Also,
Yes.
she said her husband.
She
Ooh.
did.
I love y'all together so much. And just seeing you both together, I just see love and just oh, you're the cutest. And I
Thank
know he takes care
you.
of you because he better take care of you. Like I
He
tell
does.
him every year, I'm like, "Are you taking care of my
No,
girl?" Oh, of
he is
course.
he is the best person I've met. Really, he is
Yeah,
such
he
an
seems like such
amazing
a
person.
gem.
He is.
Oh
He is.
my
I
gosh.
don't. Yeah, it's incredible, and how much he cares about his fundraising campaigns too, and the amount of
Oh,
effort that he puts in is just it blows me away. It blows me away. But it's just this household during St. Jude month is just a mess. Like things everywhere, just stuff, props, like whatever you
right?
have it. Cameras everywhere.
Yes.
Just okay.
I love it. I love it. I love y'all together. So
Thank
I
you.
see that he makes you happy and you make him happy. So keep it
We
up.
will.
You have been amazing to chat with today. I'm so
You as
grateful for
well.
your time. I love you so much. And a Tiltify team, we adore everything you and Lobos do with the
We love you.
platform and your communities. So thank you.
Thank you
I
for
love
having me
you
so much.
so much. Bloody Fasta, where can I community find you on social media?
Oh, okay. On social media, on Twitter at BloodyFaster TV, and on Twitch, just BloodyFaster. Instagram BloodyFaster, I guess. Yes. TikTok BloodyFaster. Yes, it's the same
There
on
we
every
go.
other platform. There you go. Only Twitter
Branding.
has eluded us, but it's fine.
Right. Branding, baby. There we go. So make sure y'all keep up with her and her content, her fundraising, especially this weekend. That will be happening. So
Yes.
go help her hit $500,000 for
Yeah.
St. Jude.
Don't you want to be
Okay.
part of this?
I would yes. I want you to make that a moment too on Twitch.
Yes,
So
it has to.
okay. Okay.
Yes. Good
Good.
idea.
Okay.
Thank
Good.
you.
I got you.
Yes.
My
See?
job, you know?
You see, when you talk to people, you brainstorm ideas. So talk.
Exactly.
So
There's
talk.
a
Say,
great
I have this.
example.
Yeah, there you go. We did it live for you. Boom.
Just for you. Not planned at all.
Just yeah, just a little sample, just a free sample for you.
Free sample. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you learned something new today. I hope you realize that you do have to have a full cup in order to give to others and take care of yourself. And please reach out to others, collab with friends, do it. Just have fun. All right. And be your authentic self as much as you can be. And make your fundraising your own. Okay. There's so many features on Tiltify that you can use now. It was not like this back in the day. Okay. You could just create a
No.
campaign and have your milestone, do your rewards. Cool. But now we have digital fitness, we have employer matching, we have donor matching now.
My
Uh,
gosh. So
take
good.
advantage.
So
Yes.
good. The matching has been mwah, one of the best features. So
Chef's kiss, huh?
good. Chef's kiss. For real. For real. Yes.
Good. That makes me happy. All
Take
right.
advantage of
So,
all the features. Take advantage of all
yes,
of them.
please. And if you don't know about them, I will get you started. Okay. I will
Yes,
inform
she
you. All
will.
right. I will. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you with our next spotlight next week. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Bye.